We had like weeks on top of weeks of very, very unfun film sessions. But today, bit different, much better. I would dare say, this is actually going to be a positive film session. I know, right? I forgot that these things can happen. Let's just jump into it. I got like 20 plays here. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I want to point out is one of the differences from this week and last week, and it's right here on the line, right? Perion Winfrey and Isaiah Thomas do a very good job in run defense, and instantly we'll see on this play something we did not see last week. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now did you catch it? Okay, now we're going to rewind this for you, and I want you to watch 54. Right? So I'll start it a little bit till we get to the part where they set. All right, so defense is set. This is 54. Keep your eye on 54 for the entire play. So he makes the tackle for loss, right? And the linebackers have been doing a decent job of getting TFLs, but look what really enabled that, right? I want you to bring your attention down to Perion Winfrey again and Isaiah Thomas. Because what happens here is that Tristan Wirfs is going to try to get to the second level to stop Deion Jones. But Perion eats a double team well enough that he delays that climb to the second level. 54 gets to run free to the flat and make the play. If Perion does not handle this double team, and look, the double teams have not been handled well this year, which is why the Browns' run defense has looked like it has, but just one person doing their job, right? Watch Perion Winfrey, 97 here. He handles this double team. You see 78, he's trying to climb to that second level, but he can't get there fast enough, right? He has to kind of inch and climb, and I think Isaiah Thomas does a good job also next to Perion Winfrey, holding his ground and kind of making sure that these things are tight. And look how hard it is for Tristan Wirfs to get to that second level. Now he has absolutely no shot, no angle at all. And you notice how 78, he doesn't get to anybody on this play because he was delayed out of his gap because Perion Winfrey anchored on the double team, held his ground, and did what D tackles are supposed to do. When they talk about keeping the linebackers clean, whenever you hear somebody say that, the D line has to keep the linebackers clean. Whenever you hear somebody say the linebackers are really running backs of the defense, this is what they're referring to, right? Perion's job is to keep his second level clean, and he did, and then boom. That's how run defense usually works. We're going to see it from this angle. So you can see 97. Again, does a great job here holding his ground, right? Tristan Wirfs comes out late, no angle. Now, free man, right? And you could see, if that got sealed off like it was supposed to, right? If Tristan Wirfs was able to block down on Deion Jones, that's a big-ass play. He's going to have to take the angle, and he probably gets at least here, right? So that's probably, a 5, 10, 15, 20-yard gain, 22-yard run that got stuffed behind the line because the D-line did his job. That is the difference, man. Like, when I tell you the D-line play has been so important, that just a small increase would make a huge difference. This is what I'm talking about. Just small stuff like this. We'll continue, though. Sorry. All right, this play, Ben Style, number 57 is who we're going to highlight here. I want you to see how he handles his one-on-one. Does a good job with his hands, wins this battle, and ends up at the point of attack and collapse in the run lane. Again, good defensive tackle play leads to good run defense. Boom. Right? If you didn't see it, we'll rewind it a little bit. So Ben, and we'll go this in slow motion so you can see everything. Ben, number 57 here, he's on 70. Ball gets snapped. You see how he does a good job getting his hands up, getting leverage. Right now he has leverage. He's not so aggressive that he's just shooting all the way upfield. And maybe that's a change in game plan. And then he does a great job here getting in position, right? Because you might think, oh, my goodness, he wants to just plug this hole right here, right? Because you see this hole. He just needs to get out here. No. He needs to be able to plug this hole, and he needs to be able to plug this hole. Because if you're 57, what you see is this fullback right here trying to clear away. And again, fullback gets down here. If Ben Styles still in that pile, right? If he's taking out the play, then it's up to Deion Jones again to make another play, right? And if he don't make the play, you see all this grass. So good stuff here by Ben Styles. Who again helped them make that play. Run defense, man, it's amazing. Look. Ben does a great job handling that, getting the leverage, floored him, and then playing it right. Not over aggressive for one, just playing it flat right. All right, so this one I want to draw attention to the coverage. I think Grant could have had a pick if he had his head around. That's the only criticism I can have, right? And the reason I say that, right, is because Grant just picked this up. And he picked up Julio. Right, so he's playing this textbook where he's running up hash. He picks up the receiver. He makes sure he gets body on body. And then he turns his head around. Again, that's stuff for like year 4, though. I don't want him doing that in year like 3. Well, year 2 for him, really, because he had that Achilles injury. But again, great coverage across the board. And he do a great job getting rid of this. Tom does a great job making sure that doesn't happen. Also, you get a little bit of pressure there, I think, too. Was that Ben Stout that got pressure? Who got the pressure there? Was that Perrion? Oh, no, it was Taven. So Taven affects the throw, right? No, Ben Style. That's Ben Style. Yeah, so Ben Style gets up here. I mean, Miles is causing havoc. Ben Style gets up in there and affects Brady's inability to follow through on that ball. And then that thing just, oof, boy, that was off target. This is a great play call. This is an example of a great play call because, boom, right here. This is where I want to stop. Right here, both of these receivers, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, they're best receivers, right? Your attention should be here. They're at the stem of their tree, right? So what that means is that they're both here in their route tree, can literally branch off into all the directions, right? This is what a route tree looks like. There's obviously little arrows that are supposed to be on top, but just bear with me right now as I draw these route trees. Now, what makes this a good play call is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, one underneath, one over here, all in the best position possible for most of the receivers. You do give up this flat, but you're willing to give it given the down and distance that you're in, which I believe was like 3rd and 9 or something like that. So you're willing to play that because if Mike Evans cuts this into a out, that's covered. If Mike Evans decides he wants to run a corner route, right, that's covered. If Mike Evans decides that he wants to bust a 9 out, that's covered. If he wants to run this in, that's covered. Same thing for Chris Godwin. In's covered. You know what I mean? So if you can even, when they combo this, right? Let's say one in, one out, right? If you want to do in and out, boom, covered, covered, double covered, right? If they wanted to combo this with a 2-level play, right, where one throws out, the other one does the corner, double covered, boom, that's covered like that too. Or maybe you're just trying to curl 9, covered, out 9, covered. Any combination that can stem from this tree is covered. Even if you wanted to go deep double under, covered, covered, underneath, pick up, slide, take that way, right? So even if you try to go underneath, double under, crazy mesh underneath play to take these two guys out, like let me show you what I'm saying. So even if you try to do something crazy to get the defense off track, right? So you're going to run both of these wide receivers on a deep under, which is crazy. Nobody really does that. That's still covered because covered under, right? He's going to be picking up that spot in the zone. He honestly would have to roll down at this point. And then that mesh under is going to be covered here by this guy. And then Martin Emerson will be on top of the other dude. So, like, it's covered on all bases. They got him. This is a checkmate play call for Joe Woods, right? This is one of those, I got you. I got you, Todd Bowles. I got you, Brian Leftwich. Checkmate. And you see Tom has to throw the flat here. It's not what he wants. Giving it down in distance, 3rd and long. Gets him off the field. Checkmate. Right? That's a great play call. Great play call. Gotta give credit where it's due. Still don't think Joe Woods should come back at it this year. But he has his moments. Donovan Peoples-Jones is somebody I want to highlight here. So we're going to highlight Donovan Peoples-Jones. He is right here. I think he sealed this block. He sealed this run play. Right? Does a great job getting to Levante David. Right? So he gets off free because Carl Nassib just kind of puts an arm on him, lets him go by. So he finds Levante David, the linebacker, climbs, and then boom. Now, Yeldy Freehold doesn't get to that second level. It doesn't matter. It's sealed. That's Donovan Peoples-Jones that sprung that one loose. Now, I'm going to let this go by Anthony Schwartz because he avoided getting the hold. So I think he actually did a good job here. If you want to complain about Anthony Schwartz on Antoine Winfield, because he's close. Gotta let go at this point, right? Don't get the hold. He did not get the hold. So that's fine there, right? And then boom, sprang a big play. Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's a helmet sticker. Donovan Peoples-Jones didn't have a crazy like production game from a statistical standpoint, but he definitely had a heavy helmet sticker game, right? He probably got like 6 of them boys in this game. This was a big play in the game, right? I remember this. You remember this. 4th down in 7? And Coop gets him, man. Oh, he cooks him. He cooks 2-4 on this, man. Look at this. Look at this route. Coop absolutely cooks him. We're going to slow it down, bring it down for you, but Coop cooks him. Coop crossed him over. Watch this exchange. Oh, this is like when a basketball player gets a nasty crossover but bricks the jumper. Oh, my goodness. You can hear 24. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, man. That's missing. That's when you try to dunk on somebody and you accidentally hit the rim harder than you hit the net, so you just smack the ball out. That's when you cross somebody over and miss the jumper. Just, oh, man, you had a highlight. You, sir, had a highlight in a pivotal moment. And you fumbled it. Damn. But, hey, now you got to stop Tom Brady from getting at least 3 points when he is 15 yards from field goal range. And this defense, got to give them their credit. They stepped up huge. Because this is huge right here, right? First play, you get a great run stop. Grant Delpit, who's been decent in run coverage. Every time we talk about run defense, Grant Delpit pops up every week, man. He ruins some plays, but he makes them too. This play right here, I think is great coverage across the board. But I think MJ bodied Mike Evans right here, man. Let's go back to the beginning. On this. So MJ's on 13. Does a great job being physical. That's why I like MJ. He's not afraid to get physical, even with Mike Evans. Mike tries to get by him. He's not going to make it easy for him. Made his life physical. Seatbelt. Sit down. Great stuff. Great stuff. By the way, man, I just want to say something. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to the other play. Because, dog, how long are we going to let these egregious assholes on Myles Garrett go by? Look at this shit, man. Look at this. Donovan Smith got this man in a chokehold and ain't nobody saying nothing. Look at this. What do you got to do? What does he have to do? Mind you, this is a different play. Same stuff. Different play. Another MJ Emerson clamp down moment. Well, I don't know. I don't know if MJ clamped that down as much as Tom Brady just fumbled the throw. But look at this, man. They can't keep letting this happen, dog. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. An absurd amount. If you don't know to look, this is where you're supposed to be looking. This is absurd, dog. This level of holding is crazy. Look at the back judges right there. Look at this, man. Call it. Throw the flag. I understand if you call it every play, every time somebody holds Myles Garrett, nobody will ever be able to get offense off. I get it. But this is especially egregious. Donovan Smith doesn't even attempt to block Myles Garrett. He just decides to tackle him. Like, he gets 1, 2, he's beat, I'ma tackle him. Dog. Look, you can see Myles Garrett's chest. He's getting held so hard. Look at this. He's piggyback riding on Myles. This is a piggyback ride. No joke. His foot's not on the ground. That's a piggyback ride. And nobody gonna throw nothing? Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. It took until a blatant hands in the face call to get and we'll show it later, but then Myles, again, he's Myles Garrett, so it don't matter. He got a sack eventually. And I think Clowney did a good job there. Well, I think Clowney got chipped into position there, right? If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but Clowney got chipped in position. That was that sack. I love this play call when they run out the gun, where they do this, and they kind of have a Wyatt Teller, right? So they have Wyatt Teller instead of going directly where they're designing the gap. So this play is designed to go up this alley because they're pulling this guard through to be the lead blocker for Chubb, right? So that's the alley that they're going for. But if everybody knows that's the alley, the way the people play the Browns defense, everybody's just going to crash to wherever the pull guy is. So they brought Wyatt Teller upfield to create a second alley, and that was enough to throw the defenders off. And it does legitimately give Chubb the option, right? But that was enough to get the spacing that you needed to get just a free run. I love that play call. I love that play design. And then Njoku, yes, sir. I mean, there's not much more to break down than great play. Great play, amazing catch, great play call, great throw. Kudos to everybody involved. Everybody getting gold stickers. All right. So this play right here is finally when they called a penalty on Myles Garrett, and it took a hands to the face. Finally, they called that. They finally called that. That's where that man finally decided to do something. It's crazy, right? Like Shaq in his prime, man. I want y'all to watch Anthony Schwartz. He did a great job all around. I thought he had a good game, touchdown, running the ball, had 17-yard reception earlier in the game, and then played well on special teams, and he's starting to look like a football player. Look at this. This is excellent technique. He just uses his speed to win as a gunner, gets upfield. But here's the thing, control, right? He's not so fast that he's out of control, breaks down. Great technique. Right? So it's one thing to be that fast to beat it, but you got to be able to break down, play some good technique. And he plays some great technique, gets square, athletic, and he's able to go left and right. And he makes the tackle. If Anthony Schwartz becomes a football player, man, that could work out. JOK, I want you to watch JOK here. He makes a great play. Just getting off that center's block and getting to his lane. Good stuff. And y'all, it's time for some Myles Garrett appreciation. Watch him right there. And he is quicker than a nightlight. Like, this is crazy. Ah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Tom Brady couldn't even process anything. Look, let's see how many steps down. 1, 2, turn. The ideal as a tackle, right, is that you want to get to your third step in your drop, right? So you see 72 on the other side. 1, 2. He's able to get to 3, right? That's what you want to do. If you have to turn your hips before that third step, brother, you in trouble. And oh my God, Donovan Smith. He got 1 step turned. Hey, that's crazy. Usually, like, the great ones can get him to turn after that second one. But 1 turn? Nah, man. Nah. By the time Donovan's foot finished his second step, he was cooked. Look, right here, he's cooked. He's done. He's burnt chicken. He's done. He is done. And you know what's the worst part? Donovan Smith knows he's done. He knows that there is nothing he can do. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's probably yelling something random so Tom Brady can know that Myles is coming. But he knows he's cooked. Look at this. He knew there was nothing he could do. He knew there. And then here is the crazier part, right? There's so much crazy in this play, man. So one, Donovan can't get to his second step. By the time he gets here, he know he cooked, right? He gets his hands up and he does a decent job of forcing Myles to bend, but he's Myles Garrett. So not only does Myles bend, look at this incredible bend, by the way. Look, Myles cuts this corner at this marker, and he only moves 3 yards upfield, which is incredible, man. I mean, like, oh my God. And then he gets him. There's nothing Donovan Smith can do. You couldn't even hold him and stop him on that one, man. Because he's so quick off the ball. This is a generational talent, man. Look at this. 1, hips are turned already. He's already cooked. Does a good job of trying to recover. And oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Special. It's a special talent. All right. This is a great read by Jacoby, right? He sees the blitz late. So he checks in. He sees the blitz is coming. And he knows what he has here, which is, I think they're probably running not mesh. They're probably running stick or something like that. But he has a slant. They blitz. So he knows that David's probably coming over. This guy's going to hold at the stem. And you have a precisely small window to get that ball in there, but you got to force it in there fast. And you got to throw it as quick as you can. If you do that, you'll get it in there. But this is a timing play, right? So you see the blitz. You got to throw right into the teeth of it. Boom, back foot. And throw that ball as hard as you can before 54 can get there. And you do a great job there. And then Amari Cooper does a great job of being strong as an ox. And in this one, Coop did his thing. Boy, 24 wants nothing to do with Coop. Oh my goodness, 24. He don't ever want to see Amari Cooper again. Oh, dog. That's a dunk on. That's nasty. Oh my God, he made him fall twice. 2 times. Call him Amari 2 times from now on, dog. Wow. Hold on, wait. Let's look at this in slow motion, y'all. Let's look at this. If you don't know where to watch, we watching the top of the screen. We watching Amari Cooper. We watching Amari Cooper cook 24. Look at this. First Amari, he hits him with the quick feet. Boom. On the ground once. All right. I'm going to get up and play, though. Okay, you go get up. You want some more? Oh, no. You on the ground looking up. No. You got to call for the flag or something, right? Like, you got to beg for something at that point. Oh, my goodness. And in the last play of the game, touchdown run, 22 jumps off sides. It doesn't matter because James Hudson just cracks him. And then is that Joe Batonio in the gap, smacking and lacking. Boom, touchdown. Browns literally did everything in that game at like a 5 times better level than they did in the last 2 weeks. The defensive tackle play was much better. The blocking from a run blocking standpoint was much better, especially in the fourth quarter. Everything that they did terrible against Buffalo, they did a much better job at. Hopefully this continues. Hopefully this just isn't this isn't a result that they stopped the run versus Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay just stinks. This was, hey, they played well against the run, and Tampa Bay could not run the ball. Now, Tampa Bay normally can't run the ball, period, but this wasn't incompetence on Tampa Bay's part. This was more or less the Browns were competent. And Tampa Bay is not great at running the ball, so they stopped them. But that's it for this film breakdown. Y'all have a great day. Have a good night.